What's up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers? What's up, mama? What's up, Oprah? I am Drew Martin stepping in for Jimmy the Bag. This is Betting with the Bag afternoon edition, Tuesday afternoon, October 22nd. NBA season is here. Tips off tonight with 2 games. Full card tomorrow. We will have J Money is Money on during the show. The back half of the show, we will be breaking down the NBA card. We also got the World Series game 1 starting tonight, and a look ahead towards the college football card and the NFL card as well, plus hockey. Man, if you are a sports bettor, it doesn't get much better than today, man. With college basketball on deck, maybe in a week or two or whenever that starts, it's going to be even more on the plate. But there is a lot to choose from. A fun day to be alive, a fun day to be a sports bettor. Guys, in the chat box, we got Alex Ramirez. He is first. Welcome in, Alex. Hats off to you on being first. Yenny in the house as well. St. Louis Elite, STL Elite, low baggers in the house. Walla Walla Dose, what is good? Sports Keg, welcome in. Larry Savage translates to welcome to the NBA tip-off. New season, new money. Jaime Minuto in the house. At home plate in Porter, talking World Series there. Let us know if you got any insides on the home plate umpire. You know what? It's a low total tonight. We got Garrett Cole versus Max Scherzer. A lot of people talking that, at least I've heard, in terms of the pitchers dominating. Could definitely see it. I haven't bet the total. Tell you the truth, I haven't bet the game yet. Looking to get something in, the degenerate in me. After losing that Jets bet, yes, I was on the Jets plus the 10. Made me look like a big idiot. I knew it was going to lose right when I was putting it in. So hopefully I feel better about tonight's card. We got Eric Nisbet in the house as well. Astros minus the 190, under of 7. Wow, you found a 7 out there? Pretty much all I saw was 6.5s, but that's a big difference in terms of a low total, a half a run there. So good stuff, Eric, on finding a good number. Welcome in Rosie as well. Stock WAP 50-50. What's up, Jimmy? I'm not Jimmy. Not as good looking. I am actually Drew. I'm stepping in, talking baseball here. World Series, like the situational lefty coming out the pen. You know, I'm like a wingman, man. You got your girl and she's got a friend. She doesn't look that good. I'm the wingman, man. I'll always be there for you. I'm stepping up for Jimmy. And heck, I'll do some good conversation. I'll dance with her, and we'll see what happens later. No promises as far as that goes. It's Jimmy. It's down there in what? Bora El Toro, whatever it's called, in the Panamanian beaches with Panamanian women probably hanging all over him. Rafa, behind the scenes, he's producing the show. Rafa, can you join me, man, and let me know where you think Jimmy is right now? Do you think he's on the beach in Panama?
I hope
Maybe
so,
Rafa's
man.
not allowed. Oh, come on in, man. Where do you think he's at?
Maybe in a bar with a beer in the hand.
That's it. Yes. Cerveza in El Mano. Yes. I could see that. That is a good one, man. You don't think he's got all those Panamanian women on the beach hanging all over him, winning all these sports bets? Maybe not. I'm not really sure. We do got Rafa behind the scenes, though. Good guy back there. He's a Costa Rican handicapper when it comes towards the Costa Rican Premier Division. And guys, I don't know if you saw, but before we get in today's card, there was a bad beat like I've never seen. It was on Scott Van Pelt's show last night. Veracruz, a Mexican Primera Division team, they didn't play the first couple minutes. The opposing team scored 2 goals. The game finished 3-1, and the over hit of 3.5. Therefore, those 2 goals, when they were protesting, they didn't play because I believe they hadn't been paid for 2 months, was the word on the street. Just interesting things to think about as sports betting becomes more legal in the United States of America, and what would happen in those situations if that happened with a professional sports team here in the States. So I don't know, just a weird thing to think about. That was in the Mexican Premier Division League, which you can bet on here in Vegas. So it's at least, somewhat It is very popular if you're into soccer. I do know that, but it's becoming mainstream in terms of you can bet it at all sorts of sports books. So that kind of stuff is already starting to happen. So there needs to be kind of rules set in place, I feel, if that happens. So just thought I'd throw that out there. We got Larry Savage in the house. Me and Jimmy do look alike. I'll take that as a compliment. Good stuff. Keith Sadler as well. Hate the Lakers, but I lean Lakers tonight and the under. Man, NBA starting. There's all kinds of different kind of segues we could go on that. I like NBA regular season win totals. That's something where I think, betting the season win totals is a great bet for sports bettors just because you get the long-term entertainment value. But it only costs the minus 110 to make the bet. It's not like a futures bet where the sports books kind of bend you over a little bit, in my opinion. It's better to bet the regular season win totals, not the futures, because the futures just cost too much. It's very expensive. It's like, what, minus 138, minus 140, depending on what sports book you're betting in terms of the plus price on your future ticket to win. Whereas season win totals, it's minus 110. It's a lot better bet, a smarter bet anyway. Capping in the house, the polite capper. I guess that might be me, man. I've been called a lot of names in my life. That could be one of them. We do got Houston and the Washington Nationals tonight. We're seeing live lines right now. Pulling up SBR odds right now. We got NBA card as well, man. A lot going on, a bunch of sports. Pulling up here the MLB card. Sides and totals. Scherzer versus Cole. Right now, seeing minus 189, minus 191. Bet online looks to be the low water mark in terms of betting on Houston, looking to lay the price minus 185. Total is 6.5 in this one. And I'll tell you guys, game one, I'm looking at this for the Houston side. I just don't want to step in front of Cole with this, 20-game win streak. You got the best lineup in sports. Laying minus 185, I know it's expensive, but it's expensive for a reason. They are at home, the American League team at home. The way it sets up, there is a small advantage to the American League and their roster construction with fitting the DH in. We've seen that time and time again. It's just a small advantage, but still something to keep in your back pocket with Houston being at home. Minus 185, that's the way I would look to go tonight on the Astros. I know it's expensive, but still, I think that they do win this one. And then when this is over tomorrow, come back on the Nationals. Big plus price to win the series. It should be over plus 300 by that point. They will be down 1-0. It's just a matter of staying with the game plan. If Houston comes out and wins 8-0 tonight, still backing the Nationals, it can be tough. But that's the way I'm looking to go at the World Series tonight. So I'm just going to have a small bet on the Houston Astros, and I am going to lay the minus 185 at Bet Online. That's game one action there for the World Series. And also tomorrow, look to come back on it the other way for the Nationals to win the World Series at a big plus price. Should be north of plus 300. Carlos in the chat box saying, play of the day, Lakers Clippers under 224. Guys, I wonder, betting totals in the NBA, and we saw it last year with the overs in the rule change with the shot clock. Maybe that was 2 years ago, kind of not 100% sure on that. But in terms of betting totals earlier in the season or later in the season, I wonder if kind of defense, it's kind of like the sport of football. Sometimes we've seen it before in college football. Defense is a little bit ahead of offense. You go into a neutral site with some of these college football teams. I'm always looking to bet the under in that situation. But I don't know, man. I don't know the NBA as well. We'll have Jay Money as money on. I know Ski Profit tipped me off on a couple. The Atlanta Hawks over is one that I really like. I respect his opinion in the NBA, and he shot that over to me. And I'm wanting to kind of have some action for the full season because I'm not going to pretend to be able to beat the NBA betting markets long term, a positive EV, anything like that. So just to have some action on the NBA, I think is always fun. We got not applicable in the house saying, can't tell the difference. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I can tell the difference as well, but it's obviously me. So level up in the house, Houston money line and the LA Clippers under 223. That's what you're going tonight. NBA and MLB. I like it, man. Good stuff. I'm on Houston money line with you. I'm also interested in getting Jay Money as Money's input on tonight's card and tomorrow's card in the NBA. He's got his own show here on SBR. Good guy. I've met him in person. really fun to be around as well. So we're going to bounce all kinds of ideas off of him in about 20 minutes or so after DJ Big Boss joins us as well. Bookie Lover Q, what's up, my boy, down there in South Florida? Saying Drew is the type of friend everyone needs. Well, I appreciate that, Bookie Lover Q. Good guy down there in Miami or Palm Beach. Not really sure where you're at, but I know it is South Florida, and you are a good guy yourself. Bookie Lover Q, St. Louis Elite, absolutely the real DJ X. What is up, buddy? Big guy Bubba in the house. Sorry, big guy Bubba. I got my Auburn hat on. I know you are a Roll Tide guy, but all is well. You are a good guy. Astros, first 5 team total over 1.5. Man, I didn't realize it was that low for the first 5 going up against Scherzer. I like where you're going with that, big guy Bubba. Man, I didn't even realize that. Stros first 5 team total over 1.5. Good stuff. We got DJ Big Boss getting ready behind the scenes. So just finish up here with the chat box, and then we'll bring DJ Big Boss in from unknown location, I believe in the United States of America, but he might have jetted outside the country for some unknown reason. I'm not sure. He still might be in the United States. We will find out in just a minute. We got Rye Cape saying he's betting soccer. Well, let me know what you think about that Mexican kind of Primera Division League game with Veracruz not getting paid. I guess what am I talking about? So Fat Fist, what's up, buddy, from South Florida? And under in the Detroit game from Manny. Looking at that one. Man, a lot of guys in here. Appreciate you guys joining me. Be here for another 40 minutes or so, breaking down college football, NBA, MLB, World Series, all different kinds of angles here. And without further ado, we have DJ Big Boss coming to us live, Betting with the Bag. DJ Big Boss, where you at, buddy? Welcome in.
What up, though, Drew? Man, I'm just out here getting a little R&R, man. You know, Jimmy not the only one know how to take a good vacation, man. So I got the boat out, man. I sent the girls away for a little while so I can cap these game with y'all. You know, I put the do not disturb, but I'm just out here, man. You see me, right? Yeah, I'm just out here letting my hair down in the wind, man. What's up, Drew? How you feeling today?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, but not as good as you. That looks like a heck of a scene there, man. Where are you at? Is that in Southern California?
Oh, we're right on the lower coast of Compton right here, just outside in a small lake right here, Paris, California. But, you know, we're just doing our thing right here. Just a little step out of the city, just, you know, get a breath of fresh air, you know, come back from last week. Had an even week last week, so I got to get it together, get my mind right so I get my pockets on.
I got you, man. Well, that looks like a lot of fun. Nice weather. Talking Southern California weather might be the best in the world. And you know it well, DJ Big Boss. Finding some winners to be able to pay for a pad like that, man. Sounds good. Lakeside pad. Hey, I know you know the college football, man. We got the show Closing Line Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. One of, in my opinion, the best show out there in terms of looking to bet college football. And DJ Big Boss always bringing the heat on Saturday mornings. Opening up the card to you, bro. What kind of question? What kind of, I guess, games are you looking at betting this week? I know you got a thing, got a feel on the Michigan game, the Wolverines. You looking to bet on them or looking to fade them this week?
I'm gonna leave that Notre Dame Michigan game maybe to talk about last, man. But
Okay.
you know, I always crack the week off opening up the Mountain West where I do it the best. I think everybody should choose up on a conference and pay attention to at least the one thing for sure every week. So by the time you go into your bets, you got a good idea and you have some type of base. So I've cracked off the Mountain West a little bit already. All leans, no real hard plays yet, but we could jump into some of those, and we could talk about this Notre Dame Michigan game last, Drew, because you know I love Notre Dame. That's my team right there. I got a lot to say about that one. But as far as the angles this week, and I know you know from the closing line, I always take a view of each week. And this week is a dangerous week out there. Like I told y'all on the closing line early last week, the upsets was coming, and we seen what happened with the upset with Wisconsin. So I looked into that game a little bit. Come to find out it was Illinois' homecoming game. So I brought up quite a few games with homecomings this week and try to see if I could find a nice edge on some of those. I was kind of looking at this Iowa and Northwestern game. Northwestern getting 10.5. So I was like, I don't know. It's their homecoming. The total's real low, though, 37.5. But Northwestern this year is not really doing nothing good at all. I don't know if these kids could get excited to play some ball or not. And Iowa on paper looks really, really, really good. But, Iowa's a low-scoring team, and they had some close calls with a lot of teams. So, but this game is usually going to be rooted in defense because that's Northwestern's strength. They're 70 on Iowa strength. They're number 10 on defense, and Northwestern's number 37 on defense. So it's going to be a real defensive game. Kind of leaning on getting a hold of that under right there. It might be a tight game on that one. You got any idea about that one? And tell us a little bit about the homecoming feel from going to a school like Auburn. Like, does it make a big difference or what?
In terms of homecoming, not really for me. I just felt like, there was a couple more like older people tailgating, and from what I remember, but the homecoming at Auburn when I was there was never like a big game. It was always like the FCS game that every SEC team plays, or like definitely like a Sun Belt team, something like that. So it was never a big atmosphere, like Alabama or Georgia or LSU, something like that. So I never really put much into the homecoming, but I don't know. There could be something there with other schools. Maybe it's different everywhere. DJ Big Boss. We do have OG Wham in the house as well as Ski Profit. Welcome in, guys. And please hit the like button. You're liking the content we're throwing out here. Got DJ Big Boss from outside of Compton, near a lake, I believe. Really nice pad there. But talking to Iowa, yeah, man, I'm not interested in betting Iowa over the total. All defense. They don't hurry up. I don't feel like they have playmakers on the outside. So I'm with you in betting Iowa unders. You brought up Mountain West. There is an interesting angle in one of the Mountain West teams traveling to Army, I believe. So they're going all the way on the East Coast here, DJ Big Boss, talking San Jose State here. And it's a San Jose State team that, to tell you the truth, they have a good quarterback. They're probably the best squad that San Jose State has had in at least a half a decade. Not sure on that, but I mean, overall, they've been good to their backers. But this is a tough spot here, man, going all the way to the East Coast. I don't know. Do you have anything here on San Jose State versus Army?
I usually try to run away from the military teams this year. I truly don't know too much about Army, but I know a whole lot about San Jose State, and they don't travel well at all.
We might have lost DJ Big
Pretty
Boss.
good thing for San Jose State
there in Southern California.
Am I
a
here?
little bit of a break. DJ Big Boss, we got you.
Oh man, the fishes is jumping out the sea, man. I guess they didn't like that pick, but yeah, I'm here, Drew. But speaking of the San Jose State, man, yeah, they got a good quarterback. They got a good. The key with San Jose State, while they're playing a little bit better than all the years, is this group been together at least 2 solid years, and they're coming up on senior. I'm gonna hold back on San Jose State till senior night, because I like them better at home than on the road. They're not a really good team on the road, although they did go into the SEC and come back with a win. But this time the travel is much further. Army's, military teams are disciplined. They do simple things very well. And the San Jose State team, they like a middle-ranked team. Like I don't trust them over there against Army. If I had to lay something, I'd probably take Army.
Okay, maybe take an Army there. It's going to be tough for him to defend the option. We got Cuban Connect and one other guy here, Daryl Henry, saying, why are we focusing so much on NCAA football with the games on the card today? I just wanted to get DJ Big Boss's quick opinions here on college football, and then we'll get his opinions on tonight's card, and then we'll bring Jay Money is Money in to break down the NBA games tonight as well. So DJ Big Boss, just open it up to you, man. What are the other games you wanted to throw out on the NCAA football card, bro?
Whew, man, tell them calm down, man. We got a long week ahead. We going for NCAA first, just doing a little bit to get around, and we're going to get into the good stuff with J Money and all the good stuff, man. Just hang in there with us. We're going to be all right. We're going to have some fun, though, and we're going to put out some good information. So a game that I'm looking into, is this Colorado State and Fresno State game. It's going to be a nice game in the Mountain West right here. I think that Mike Bobo, the guy is strong as leather, man. He been and all that good stuff. And Jeff Tedford over here, he's having a tough time on offense with this team, even though they got a little sigh of relief last week. They were coming off a bye, had a home game, did a nice job. Here they are again at home as well, playing this Colorado State team, and this Colorado State team now coming off a bye, being able to heal up a little better, and they have plenty of offense over here at Colorado State. So that's going to keep Fresno State defense occupied. The offense will have to stay on the field in order to keep Colorado State's offense off the field. So Colorado State's going to score in this one. I'm really looking at the over in this one, as well as I like Colorado State plus the 14 points. And I'm going to cut it short on the Mountain West with that one, Drew. You like that one?
I haven't dug too deep into it, but yeah, I don't disagree with you. If I was going to bet it, that's likely the way I would go. But man, I know you had the Michigan lean there, and it's a good one for you in terms of you know these teams very well. So do you feel in betting it as a fan, as long as you can control your heart and just bet with your mind, a lot about your team because you're following them so much. So especially if you're able to fade your team, I feel like you can win long term. But DJ Big Boss, what are you feeling here with the big college football game up your alley?
When I fade my team, Drew, that's usually when there's a lot of points involved. Right now, at plus 1 point, I got to jump on my team, man. I live for these moments right here to come up with reason why my team should be the winning team in this battle right here. Now, we are going on the road to Michigan, but we gave it to Michigan early in the season last week, and that shows that with preparation that we can do well against this team. And then this week, this one right here, we come in this one off a bye, and we get the time for preparation. I don't understand the line, to tell you the truth. I know usually they give 3 points for the home team. So that's saying Michigan, I guess, -3 because they're at even. They should be +3. So, I'm all in right here on Notre Dame. If this is poker, I push my chips all in right here. It's the best opportunity. A team we've beaten already. Kelly knows the method. He adjusts well. There's some flaws in Harbaugh's game lately. He showed it. All the team got to sit around and watch Michigan play last week, so they're going to be excited to get back on the field. The only question with Notre Dame, and the only way I see Notre Dame not winning this game right here, is if Ian Book has a bad day. And he's had some difficult days. I wouldn't say bad, but difficult. But one thing that I have to respect from the young guy is that he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. So a quarterback that can protect the ball, the coach gets a chance to redirect the players and redirect the offense. So I think there's a lot of wiggle room for Kelly in this one on the offense to adjust to Michigan's defense. Going to be big-time adjustments at halftime. Second half, you probably really have a feel of the game. And these two coaches are definitely going to go in the locker room and switch things up. But I think that Kelly comes out prepared. He's going to take it slow. He's on the road. He always do in big games. And I'm really, really, really loving the under right now. Even though the number's going up, I like going under. So when they go high, I go low in this one. So I'm really loving the under. It may come back down. People may realize we're dealing two good defensive teams right here. Notre Dame's defense is ranked number 41, and Michigan game defense is ranked number 14. Now, Michigan is the home team, so they try to set the pace. And if their pace is going to be on offense, on defense, going to have to be a slow game right here. So I don't see them coming out and lighting the boards up. And Kelly, on the other hand, he plays people according to how they play him. And if they're going to come out and run, we're going to come out and run. We had a little time. We had some issues with depth at running back, but with the week off, we get one of them back, and we should do well running the ball. And if not, we'll adjust it. We still have action with our tight ends over the middle, and Ian Book can really throw the deep ball, and we haven't seen him do that all year. So the deep ball is live. Our defense is great. They should give Patterson a tough time over there. Now, one thing that I see was a good plus for Michigan, for all those Michigan backers, is that Michigan is averaging, they've had 23 sacks on defense. So they're really getting after the ball on defense. They should bring some pressure to Ian Book, and he should have to adjust. The boy's been playing scared all year. Last game against SC, I seen first series, if you go back and watch it, Kelly threw him in the fire. He made him run the ball. You know, he on 3rd and long, he made him stay in the pocket. And he was surprised when he stood in the pocket and it was still available, and he stepped up and he threw a bad throw off of that one. He goes to the sideline and Kelly's there to chew him out, and he really didn't want to have it. So I hope Ian Book has just caught a mind of his own and want to get out there and throw the game. But other than that, man, it's all Notre Dame.
All right, liking the Irish for sure, man. And yeah, you bring up the quarterback and head coach combo. I think that it's underrated actually in the betting markets. Plus the fact, there's a lot of people. Notre Dame's one of those teams where you either like them or don't like them, and I feel like there's more people now not liking them, which I don't know. With this offense, the way they can put up points, I think laying points with the Irish could not always the worst of things, the way to go at it. But DJ Big Boss, man, love you joining the show. What about tonight's games? I know you're more of a college football guy, but we got the World Series minus 185-ish, minus 190 here with the Astros. Also 2 NBA games. Anything you're looking at on tonight's card?
Well, I've been rolling with my guys, Noli and Dom, lighting it up when it comes down to MLB. And we've been doing well taking unders in this one. Now, this one, they slipped the under real low. So I kind of off that number. And my guy, Don Ricci, brings up a good point about the Nats being able to win the series because they can actually hit some RBIs and do some things. They're not just swinging for the fences. But swinging for the fences can score runs. It's all about scoring runs. But what I see in this one for lackluster of the playoffs so far, we haven't had a real good, gritty 7 full games between two teams. And if they want to liven up the sport of baseball any right here, we go 6 or 7 games in this one. So I seen 6 games at plus 200. Thinking about marking my point in the sand right there at 6 games on this World Series series.
Okay, at the plus price, picking the exacta in terms of when it ends. I like that, DJ Big Boss. Well, dude, love you joining me on the afternoon show. I know you got a lot to do there, sipping on your tea out there near the lake in Southern California, enjoying the Southern California weather here on this fall day. Love it, man. And any final words before you go off into the sunset there?
Hey, on this nice, cool summer day out here on the west at this little lake, I'd like to put a disclaimer out there to all my haters who are going to be all over me for the Notre Dame game. Guess what? You ain't the first, and you ain't going to be the last to talk trash about my Notre Dame. I'm riding, dying, rolling till the wheels fall off. That's how I'm going to do it. But, hey, catch me on the closing line. I might change everything up because sometimes, I study a little more. I'm going to watch some film and some more stuff. So make sure you get a hold of us on the closing line Saturday morning, bright and early on the West Coast. It's at a decent time and hour for you guys over there on the East. But catch us over there. We throwing out them hot ones right there. And don't forget to step into the Boston the Sauce on Thursdays and the Who Bangin' Sports Lounge on Fridays, where we just kick facts, man. We just kick facts. Maybe drop some plays here and there, but we have fun, kick facts. Me and my guy, Ragu, the whole crew. We got to get you over there with us someday, Drew, and we're going to be hanging out with you in Vegas pretty soon, too. But follow me on Twitter, DJ BIGGBOSS. And please, if you're planning on getting next month contests for NCAA football, which I'm pretty high up there in the lead-ins, come check me out. Get in these last few weeks on this month, because I'd love to have the numbers go up. So get in these last couple of weeks, get your method down on how you're going to do it for next month, and come trying to hold it down next month in the contest. I got my guy Paco Healy right up there with me in the contest, and it's a real great thing we got going on over there. It's like 138 people. 12 more of y'all join us, make it 150 for this month. And then next month, everybody come on over because it's going to be down to the nitty-gritty in college football. But I said enough, Drew. You holding it down over there. Much respect to you for stepping up to the plate, man. And I see you on Saturday.
All right, I'll see you on Saturday, buddy. Good stuff as always. He's DJ Big Boss from the state of California, Southern California, and he knows his college football and obviously MLB as well. World Series Game 1, and he's calling it in 6 games. MLB World Series. That's DJ Big Boss. Catch him on the closing line, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, each and every Saturday throughout football season. And guys, we're going from one guest right to another. We got Jay Money is Money, my friend from Miami. He was down there for the Betting with the Bag Summit. We had a couple drinks together on the first night I was there. He had to jet out. He's a busy guy, a lot going for him. A lot of upside here. The potential is there. Heck, he's already there. Upside, high upside with Jay Money is Money. He's got his new show on the SBR YouTube channel. Jay Money is Money. Without further ado, welcome in, buddy. How you doing?
What's up, Drew? Hey, I appreciate that, man. That was a lovely introduction there. I appreciate you giving me all the love, man. Yeah, you guys. I hope you guys checked out the show today, man. Jimmy with Jay Money at 1:00 Eastern. I'm sure you guys were there checked in.
Yeah, I was there, man. I was listening to some of the breakdowns in terms of, I mean, it was only 2 games tonight, but we got a full card tomorrow slate, plus the fact NBA regular season wins. So we'll get into breaking down tonight's games, a little cliff notes here. And guys, feel free to throw in any questions you want in the chat box for Jay, and I'll throw him over questions. Knows the NBA really as good as anybody. Hey, what about NBA regular season wins? Is that a market that you kind of enter in? And if so, have you bet any?
I can't say I hadn't personally bet any. There's one that I really like that I'm going to get down on before tomorrow. I just don't like my money being tied up that long. I like 3 or 4 of them, or really any team that someone throws out there. I could tell you whether I like the over or the under. But my main one is I'm looking towards the Warriors going under the 48 or 47.5. I don't think that they could possibly be below 500 team. We know that they're one injury away from pretty much having a terrible season. So I definitely don't think you're going to get to 48 wins over there in the West. I love the Warriors under on the win total, under the 47.5 or the under the 48. We know if Steph Curry or some one key injury, and they're going to be tanking most likely. So we know there's a heavy West over there. I love the Warriors under the 48.
Okay, like in Warriors under 48 in terms of season win total. We got guys in the chat box. Danny asking, Jay Money, what is your Twitter handle, and where can people find you on social media networks and I guess the YouTube channel here? What time's your show and Twitter handle, Jay?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Jay Money is Money. That's JAY Money is Money. If you're not following me, go and follow me right now, man. We tweet the link out to the show. We're gonna be doing it pretty much every day. Like I say, we're coming on from Monday through Saturday, jamming with Jay Money, man, just like it is in the background. 1:00 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Central. So I mean, I know it's Central time for me. That's pretty much right around lunchtime. Even if you work a 9 to 5, man, you turn your phone on during lunchtime for a hot 30 minutes and get this NBA insight, man. So you guys go and follow me on Twitter, where I also give out NBA insight, and then you definitely got to tune into the show where it's me and Jordan Sharp and Junior Brown. Like I say, we're gonna be doing it Monday through Saturday.
Good stuff, man. Jay, like having you on here, and just going to run down some questions from the chat box and some that I have written down. What about futures betting? You know, you said you were interested in the Warriors season win total under 48. Are you interested in the futures NBA market before we tip off tonight?
No, I can't say me personally. I'm not like to say. I just like going from game to game. I know a lot of different people, you know what I'm saying, like to do futures or whatnot. It's just not my thing personally. I could definitely give insight on them, but as far as my hard-earned money, I just don't like it being tied up the whole season. If I see something that I like or patterns, I like to just bet it game to game. But I can't tell you, I do think that the Lakers are a sleeper team this year. I mean, if everyone can stay healthy, it's a big if, knowing that they have LeBron James getting up there in age and Anthony Davis. I mean, how many many times have you looked on your damn phone and saw that he's headed to the locker room? So let's just see if they can stay healthy. But I definitely think that they are a bet on team, and you definitely have to watch out for the Nuggets over there as well in the West. A lot of these other teams have new players and have new schemes that are trying to work, and the Nuggets pretty much have their same core from last year where they were the number 2 seed, and they added a couple of damn good players and got Michael Porter Jr. playing now, which he's already been there. A lot of people forgot about him. They pretty much redshirted him last year, but now he's playing and in there, and they got Jerry Grant. It's going to be tough. The Nuggets are going to be tough, and we know that they have that home court advantage.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Up there in the altitude. J Money is money, man. We got 2 games tonight. We got New Orleans and Toronto, and then the nightcap, the battle for LA, Lakers and Clippers. Looks like the Clippers are listed as the home team. Starting off with the 8 o'clock Eastern game here, New Orleans at Toronto, quick hit it style. We got the Raptors -6.5 or -7. I believe they are hanging the banner tonight, 220.5 being the total. How would you look to go after this one, New Orleans and Toronto?
Yeah, Drew, you're right. They are hanging the banner, and this is a spot where I usually like to fade the team that's coming out celebrating the championship. We know that the Raptors obviously needed Kawhi Leonard last year to win that championship. This year, they obviously won't have them. They didn't do so bad last year when they didn't play, but I just think this is an open night. I can't say I don't have a official play on this game, but I do lean to the Pelicans. They like to play that run and gun, get up and down the court. I do think with Zion being out, there's more threes for that the Pelicans will be shooting up. So I do think I lean the Pelicans plus the 7, but I wouldn't be surprised to see if the Raptors did come out here focused. I just wouldn't want to bet on them coming out being focused. I mean, they could be coming out, they see those rings, they look all shiny and stuff, man. They could be thinking about that before you know it. They, you know what I'm saying, down 10, 15 points. So we'll just see how it plays out. We know I had to stay away from the total. We know that the Pelicans like to go 100 miles per hour. I mentioned on my show, they pretty much like to run a no huddle offense, pretty much just like in football. So I mean, they go at 100 miles per hour. I can't bet an under with this team, and I don't want to take them with the points. Obviously without Zion, and they're super small. They're going to be super small in this game. You're going to have Ingram out there playing a 4. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, he's way too skinny. He's going to get muscled around. They have Gasol, Siakam, they have Ibaka, and they have OG out there. The Pelicans are small. I mean, they have more shooters than the Raptors, but I'm just staying off this game. I need to see more from the Pelicans, see if they can play some defense, because just trying to get the ball and score every time, score 130 points on your opponent doesn't work every night in the NBA.
I respect that, Jay. Not betting the futures and not betting the first game on the board. You know, as a sports bettor, we got some advantages. One is what to bet and how much to bet, and not to kind of overload yourself with too many bets. You know, the guys that are always throwing out future this, future that, and they load up their money, one, for a long period of time, and two, futures, you know, it's not really a smart bet in terms of the sports books just charge so much for you to make those bets. We got Stack in the chat box saying Jay Money started from the bottom. Now he's here. Absolutely. Jay Money in the house. He's got his new show on the channel, 1 o'clock Eastern time, 12 o'clock Central, and I'll do the math. It is 10 a.m. Pacific time. Jay Money is money on the SBR YouTube channel, breaking down the NBA card each and every day, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Guys in the chat, yeah, throw out any questions you want. We got Nutflush Allen. What's up, buddy? Welcome in. Raptors first half -4, not applicable, saying bling bling as well. Clippers by 6 or 7. That's from Preach. We do have the late night action here, doubleheader. LA Lakers, LA Clippers, 224 being the total, -3 in the hook or -4, depending where you're shopping. And that's the Lakers being the favorite in this. J Money is money. Do you agree with that number? And also anything on the total here?
Yeah, I agree with the number. I can't say I'm mad that everybody started betting this shit. I think it's part of that the Lakers look so good in the preseason. And just to go back to the futures, one thing, the main reason why I don't bet them is because of an injury. One key injury will change everything. And then here I go have $200-300 or even $100 down something. And then now I feel like one main injury, now I'm fucked. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key reason why I stay away from futures. But on tonight's game, man, all summer, I was loving the Lakers. I mean, they opened this line a while ago. They wouldn't let you bet it, but I mean, at least they had the line out, or some books you could. I was loving the Lakers -1. I mean, I knew that everyone would be betting the Clippers, thinking, "Oh, Paul George and Kawhi." Paul George is out. He had a shoulder surgery on both shoulders. He's going to be out for maybe the first 15 to 20 games. So that's a big difference right there. Lakers have a few injuries, but the Lakers are absolutely stacked. I like the way that they were playing their guys in the preseason to try to get the offense meshing. The Clippers did the exact opposite of that. Pretty much no one played during the preseason. When they did play, other guys are still sitting out. Their offense looked absolutely terrible in the preseason. It's just preseason, but it did tell me a lot. Your defense will contain. It will definitely be there, but the offense from the Clippers, I just don't see it right off the bat. I like the Lakers tonight, and I also like the under. This should be a high intensive defensive game. I like the under here. I like the under in the first half. I didn't bet the first half under, but I'm definitely on the full game under, and I like the Lakers as well. I like them all the way up to 3. It's at 3.5 now. I still think that the Lakers will get this done and win this game by more than 5 points. They're more ready to win right now than the Clippers are.
And Jay, when you start talking about, 3, 3.5, 4 here, which, this number's kind of bouncing around a little bit in the battle for LA. What about guys that maybe aren't, betting the NBA in and out, but interested in getting involved? Would you say there's key numbers like there is in the NFL, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 6.5, 7, 7.5, numbers like that where it matters in the NBA a little bit more than another number because maybe teams stop fouling at some point? Anything like that you could throw out there to the watchers?
That's a good point by you, and that's a damn good question, Drew. I actually don't think so, and it's probably the reason why I like betting the NBA more because there's no late touchdowns or shit like that where you can get screwed over. There's a high variance in scoring, and that's probably why a lot of people don't like it because it's a high variance. But if you really know your stuff, I mean, teams that should win 9 times out of 10 could even win by 10, 15 points, or maybe even a blowout just because they're that much better. It could be a 2-point spread, and they still go and win by 10 to 15 points if they're better than them that night. Well, you also have a 10-point underdog that could win straight up. So I can't say I'm not so big. Maybe into the season as we get more stats, teams covering in certain point spread ranges. But as of now, I think even the odds makers aren't caught up. That's why you see this line move up to 3.5. They didn't know what to throw out. They opened at Clippers -1, and then now it's the Lakers -3.5. So no, I don't think that it's certain numbers you stay away from. I just say try to get ahead of the curve. Like say if you got on this, maybe even yesterday it was sitting at -2, -2.5. So I would just say don't be late to the party. I mean, if you wait to the last minute, 9 times out of 10 in NBA, the good numbers are gone.
Okay. Yeah. Get out in front of the move. That's important for sure. And in a lot of sports, and the NBA, I'm sure, is important as all. And guys, we have Jay Money is Money's new show, 1 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Saturday on the channel. If you're liking the content, please give us a thumbs up, the like button. That will help us out. Just the thumbs up button. That is the like button. It is the same thing. Also, throw out any questions here in the chat box, and I'll throw them over to Jay Money is Money. Talking totals betting here. You're saying like the under in the Lakers-Clippers matchup tonight. Is there any sentiment to, I know in football, I'm more of betting a college football, NFL type of guy, where defense is a little bit out in front of offense in your mind, Jay, in terms of, sometimes in the beginning of the season, I'm more likely to bet an under just because offense is a little bit more on timing and, players playing together. Whereas here with the Clippers, they got new guys in. Is that going to affect offense more or defense more? In my mind, it leans me towards the under in the beginning of the season, but you know a lot more about the NBA than me, man. Do you think there's anything there to that?
Well, I definitely think it's something there. My whole thing is per team, and so like I say, I've been watching all these teams closely. Their team page, website, quotes, everything. And I mean, obviously, for me, watching the Clippers, like I said in the preseason, they weren't even trying to get their starting 5 out there to mesh. So I mean, they had 5 preseason games. They only averaged 104 points, and we know in preseason, there's not a whole lot of defense played. So you telling me only score 104 points when it's only preseason? Nobody's playing defense. I don't think that's gonna bode well tonight. I don't think you could just turn the switch on like that offensively, especially when it has to do with cohesion within your starting unit. We know that most of the players are still a lot of players were there from last year, but I mean they have some things to sort out at point guard. I mean, yeah, their second team is great, but the first team has a lot of problems there. They don't really have a lot of shooters. I love the defense for the Clippers. The offense will come. I just don't think it'll be there tonight. And the Lakers play defense as well, but the Lakers are also good on offense, and that's where I give them the edge tonight. And the reason why I think they're going to win this game. But both teams have credibility at defensive end, and both of them should be playing defense tonight. They can say it's not a rivalry all they want. It's the LA Clippers versus the LA Lakers. They have the same home arena. You know what I'm saying? This is a rivalry. They will be playing defense tonight. I hope so. So I'm pretty damn sure that they'll be playing defense tonight.
Okay, good stuff there, Jay. And what about them playing in the same arena in terms of, I mean, we're seeing the Clippers, as the home team. Is there any type of handicapping angle there that you know of in terms of maybe there's more tickets for the Clippers season ticket holders, or is it split down the middle? And is there an advantage there either towards the Lakers or the Clippers?
Well, I think right now, technically, it's an advantage for the Lakers just because it's still a Lakers town. You still have the Clippers fans out there, but even though tonight it's technically a Clippers home game, it will still be plenty of Lakers fans there. So I mean, it's not like they could say, "Oh, we can't sell the tickets to the Lakers fans." They're still gonna be in there, and even when it's a Lakers game, you're still gonna have some Clippers fans. But I still think that the Lakers have the upper hand, obviously because of the not recent success, but the old success that they had, and obviously all the championships. The Clippers will probably be the new team on the block, but right now they don't have Paul George, and I don't think a lot of people are realizing it. And it's obviously going to make a big deal. They're pretty much an all defensive team right now. They have to get their offense going. I don't think that they'll be able to turn the switch on that quick. But right now, yeah, I still think it's a Lakers town.
And Jay, one of the things I've done in having success in college basketball is not betting on teams that shoot free throw percentage under 70%, just because so much of the game comes down to the end and can you hit your free throws? How much do you factor in, how good of a team, an NBA team is at making free throws? Because I know they're better in the NBA than in college, but still, how much does that factor into your handicap overall?
It factors in a lot. Obviously, you have to look at other variables as well, but I definitely think that that's one. I think rebounds, you definitely have to look at that. I mean, how a team is getting out rebounded, offensive rebounds. I mean, that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, defensive rebounds as well, but that's another key thing to look at. I would look at rebounds even more than the free throw percentage, but you take all that into account. When you see something that you like, you know what I'm saying, with all of those variables, that's when you hop on something. You can't just be on a team and not know, you know what I'm saying, how they shoot free throws late in games because they can be between them covering or not covering. So I definitely take it into account, but not as big as other things. And obviously, right now it's the beginning of the season. We can only go off of last year's stats. So right now, this is really where you see the real deal NBA cappers because you don't have a ton of stats to go off of. It's just pretty much getting the info and do you know the teams well. So really, the odds makers don't even know what type of lines to sit out right now.
Okay, good stuff there, Jay. And yeah, you're right. I mean, right out the beginning of the season, you don't exactly know how they're going to be shooting free throws. I guess you can go from past performance, but that's not necessarily indicative of future results. Guys in the chat, Guru, Pump, Lamont Williams. We got Jerome in the house as well, DP Slavica. Guys, throw out any questions you want me to throw at Jay. Jay, are you in a hurry, man? Do you have to get out of here?
No, I'm not in a hurry. I'm cool, man.
Okay. Okay, no, I think it's great content, man. I want to keep bouncing questions off of you because I really want to learn more about the NBA. It's not something that I've really tried to beat. I'm definitely under 50% in terms of betting it for my life. But overall, we got Wednesday's action. We got a bunch of games going out here. But I did want to just ask you a question in terms of how did you get into the business and like your background? Were you always into sports betting? Did you play sports growing up? Did you play basketball? And like where are you coming to us live from right now?
Yeah, so I am in Dallas, Texas right now. I pretty much been here ever since I was 5 years old. I played basketball in middle school, intermediate school, and middle school, and high school. So I mean, I just see the game from a whole different view. I still play basketball now. I try to be a defensive stopper when I'm out there. Try to shoot as well, man. But that's a whole nother story. If anybody in Dallas, y'all want to hoop, man, y'all hit me up, man. But yeah, I used to play basketball. I got a few college offers, but started doing some other stuff, man. It wasn't nothing major, you know what I'm saying? Just junior college, but I played a little hoops or whatever, man. So I've been doing this capping NBA for at least 5 or 6 years. I remember a guy introduced me to NFL, and I didn't really like it. I'm like, hey, they do NBA, right? He's like, yeah, they do all sports. I'm like, oh yeah, I've been watching NBA, following NBA since I was about 10 years old. So it was actually pretty easy for me to you know what I'm saying, to come into the NBA betting. Obviously had a few growing pains, but after about 5, 6 years, I think I'm very well groomed right about now. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Good, man. Good stuff. Yeah, I love betting on with guys that, understand the sport. I feel like, me playing quarterback in high school, it helps me bet college football in terms of just understanding the game, what the quarterback's going through, things of that nature. So I love the fact that you played basketball, you played it your whole life and been betting it for multiple years. I feel that definitely helps you in the long run. We got Siakam over 20.5. Diamo's asking that. Do you have any insights on that? And also, do you bet NBA props a lot, Jay?
I can say I don't. It would be something that I could possibly look into in the future, but I'll be honest, I don't like having a lot of bets out there. Last year I probably took probably too many bets. I mean, it worked out well, but this year I'm gonna try to be a whole lot more selective. I'm only gonna bet what I really, really like. So I don't think that transcends well into props because I feel like props. I mean, you could have a good read on a few players, but I feel like the main thing you really just kind of throwing stuff up there and trying to see if it sticks. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of more of a guessing game. I mean, you never know how that player is going to come out that day unless you just really have good insight. Like, hey, I know this team. I know this player is going to come out firing tonight. Like you follow on Twitter or Snapchat or something like that. So, me personally, it's not something I do, but I'm sure that there's plenty of money to be made. I just like getting on the right side, man, or getting on a damn good total that I feel really strong about. That's what's worked out well for me. That's what I'd advise you guys: see what you work well in, and see what you're not that good at, and maybe try to stop doing so much of work you weren't so good at, and try to focus on what you were really good at.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Stick to what you know. It works in the investment world. Don't go invested in things you're not used to, you don't know about. And same thing in sports. I mean, stick to the sports you like to watch and you know what's going on. I think that will help long term. Jay, in terms of betting Wednesday's card, and of course you got your show tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern time on the SBR YouTube channel. New show talking all things NBA betting 6 days a week. So guys, check it out, 1 o'clock Eastern. And also, if you're liking the content here with Jay Money is Money on Betting with the Bag, please click the thumbs up, the like button. It does help us out. Anything you want to throw out as an appetizer to your show tomorrow on tomorrow's card in Wednesday NBA betting?
Yeah, one thing I can tell you, and we won't even have time. The show is only about 30 to 40 minutes, and we only had two games today, man. We talked about both the games and a couple of win totals, and I still went overtime, man. But let's just say that I like some stuff for tomorrow, man. I know three games for damn sure we're gonna have in there, and I think all three of them, man, are just absolute bangers, man. Nothing is guaranteed, but damn, I love these lines, man. Like I say, this is early season right now. The odds makers, we got what hockey going, baseball going, college football, and NFL. These odds makers aren't totally locked in the NBA, and I can tell, man. And I look to get value off this, man, and let's make some money for everybody. So, like Drew said, I'll definitely be on tomorrow and every day, Monday through Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific, man. So you guys tune in. You definitely don't want to miss out on tomorrow's show. I can definitely tell you that.
Okay. All right. Good stuff, Jay. And final question here. Ski Profit, like the Atlanta Hawks over 34.5. Just wanted to throw it out there. I like it as well, man. Any final thoughts here on Atlanta Hawks?
Yeah, I can see them going over. Like I say, one injury away from them going under. I mean, Lord forbid something happened to Trey Young. Oh boy, it would be bad over there. So I mean, they got a nice few little pieces over there. They got to work on their defense. Obviously, they definitely have to work on their defense. The offense is there. They have shooters, but my thing is, I'm a big fan of defense. Especially if you see the teams that go deep into the playoffs, they're defensive stout teams. So, which we know they have a low win total, 34.5. So they could definitely get there, especially over there in the East. But like I say, they definitely need to work on their defense, and they could possibly even be a playoff team if they, like I say, worked on their D a little bit more. But that's not a bad pick whatsoever.
Okay. And that was Ski Profit point me in that direction. We got Marco here saying, what's your YouTube channel? Actually, it shows on the SBR YouTube channel, Marco. And it's every day, Monday through Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, breaking down the NBA. And guys, I met Jay Money is Money in Miami. We were having some cocktails outside, really nice hotel down there. And we were just kind of shooting the breeze, talking NBA betting. And you brought up a philosophy in terms of, I believe it was when the NBA team is on the road for like 4 games and they have a 5th game, you look to fade them in that 5th game. I believe that was it in terms of just, and I'm sure in the NBA, even more so than most sports, Jay, that kind of spot play is huge just because the effort from any one player matters more. It's 20% of the team on the court at any one time. It just makes sense. So you mind throwing out just a couple thoughts that you have on like situations like that one, or any others that people looking to be betting NBA might help them out finding more winners?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a few things. What I was talking about earlier of learning a few bumps and bruises along the way from me, you know what I'm saying, my betting career or whatever. I used to look at lines and be like, oh man, how the hell is that favorite that low? Is there a -3? Oh man, I gotta hop on this, and then they end up losing or get killed. And I'm like, damn, what the hell? I thought that was gonna be easy. Some of those spots you see it, I feel like the NBA is somewhat of sometimes it's spots. Like you'll see a line that doesn't really make sense. If you look into it a little deeper, it's that low for a reason, or it looks that funny for a reason. Usually when something looks too good to be true, it usually is. If you give me, if it's an NBA team that's on a long road trip, 5, 6 games, and if they've at least, well, they could even lost every single one of them if they're that bad of a team. But if they've probably won the first good 2 or something like that, and they're on the last, the 5th, 6th game, I'm gonna fade them every time on the road. It's just a spot where they're looking to get to the house. They're, you know what I'm saying. A lot of time they've been flying all type of miles, traveling. So that's just a spot that I would definitely think that they would have tired legs. And I usually fade them in the end of a road trip, 5th or 6th game. They might even have a 7-game road trip. I'm fading them on that last leg every single time.
Great stuff, Jay. And we just got one more question here from Big E saying, did you want to throw out anything on your NBA card for tomorrow? I know you said you had to condense everything into 40 minutes. So anything kind of jumping off the board on tomorrow's card that you wanted to throw out?
Yeah, I got to make you guys watch the show tomorrow, man. But one thing I can say, let's see what one of them is moving, man. I'll give you guys this one, man. I know I'm gonna be on the Bulls tomorrow. That's for damn sure, man. That'd probably be my best
Okay.
player of the day tomorrow. That's just, you know what I'm saying, a little something for you guys. But still got 2 more games tomorrow that I absolutely love as well. But yeah, the Bulls will definitely be on there tomorrow. And that line is moving fast.
Yeah, so get on it sooner than later. Getting good numbers, always important to finding winners. Jay, man, love working with you, man. I wish we could find more ways to be on shows together, man. You're a good guy, good handicapper. Guys, make sure to watch his show 1 o'clock Eastern time on the SBR YouTube channel. New show just started today, and breaking down the NBA. If you like the NBA, this is the guy to follow on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney. Jay, man, any final thoughts before we shut this down?
No, sir. No thoughts for me, man. Hey, it's October 22nd. It's finally here. The NBA is back, man. We're finna watch these games probably a couple of times, man. It was only 2 of them tonight, and get ready for tomorrow. I had plenty of content ready for you guys tomorrow, man. Make sure you guys tune into my show, Jamming with Jay Money, every day, Monday through Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern, man, 10 o'clock Pacific, man. So I'm on the Lakers tonight. I hope you guys rooting for me. I need the Lakers and the under in that game, man. I hope you guys hop on with me and hope we cash together.
Great stuff, Jay. Best of luck tonight, man, and hopefully talk soon, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow as well. They requested me to be on here again tomorrow on the late show. So, hey, I'll be on my show tomorrow during the day, and then I'll be back on here the same time again tomorrow.
All right, good stuff, man. And he'll be on tomorrow. Ian Cameron will be holding down the fort in the afternoon as Jimmy the Bag is still enjoying his time down there in Central America, in Panama, I believe, the country just south of Costa Rica. in Central America, likely on the beach. I'm not really sure. Likely drinking Jameson, maybe Flor de Cana, maybe some vodka, maybe just a beer. Not really sure. But guys, that was Jay Money is Money. Check out his show. Nasty Nate in the house asking, why didn't I ask where he was from when we were having drinks together? I knew where he was from, Nasty Nate. I didn't know where he was coming to us from. So I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to just make a joke, but that would be the reason why. Rafa behind me saying Jimmy is likely drinking all of those things at the same time. That could be that could be true as well. Rafa behind the scenes holding the fort down, and I believe he's got to get out of here, guys. So we are up against it time-wise. I'm looking to bet the Astros, going to put this in right after the show. Astros, I'm going to pay the price, minus 185 on the World Series game, just to have something to watch in that one. Don't feel strong about it, not going crazy. I'm putting the Atlanta Hawks over 34.5 wins down as well. Going to be putting that one in my account tonight. So those are two bets I am going to be locking in. Going to be talking more college football on the show, Betting with the Bag on Friday afternoon with Jimmy, and also Saturday morning, closing line action. We got DJ Big Boss, Ian Cameron, and Big Ragu, and myself talking 11 a.m. Eastern college football going into the card on Saturdays. So, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the show. This is my last time on Betting with the Bag, at least hosting it for the beginning of the week, and hopefully we'll be on Betting with the Bag for some future for a while here as a guest with Jimmy. Jay Money is Money. That was awesome, man. Great segment. Thanks for joining me. We had DJ Big Boss on before breaking down college football. Good stuff there. If you missed it, feel free to watch the replay. Guys, I am Drew Martin. Follow me on Twitter at Drew Martin Bets, betting college football, NFL, little NBA, getting into that as well. And MLB, the World Series, just kind of to have something to bet on it. But yeah, to recap, I'm on Atlanta Hawks over 34.5 wins. Also throw out there, Jay Money's Money talked about Warriors under 48. There might be something there as well. Warriors under 48. Might add that one to the arsenal right before NBA regular season tip-off. And I'm going with the Houston Astros tonight, minus the 185. And if the Astros win, I'm not going to be on tomorrow's show. I am going to come back and bet the Nationals big plus price to win this series, just because I think that the market's going to overcompensate for that. So even if it's 8-9-0 Astros, I'm going to do it, stick to my guns, and try to bet that. So, guys, DJ Big Boss, respect to you, man. Always fun working with you. I hope we work together for a long time. Both you and Jay Money brought it today. Great job. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it. Thank you, Steve. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. And if you could smash the like button on your way out, that would help as well. So, yeah, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at Drew Martin Bets. Any questions? Love to interact with people. If you're out in Vegas, hit me up as well. We'll grab a beer, whatnot, watch the games, and bet on them. Paco Healy, Southern Cal, man. Let me know when you're in Vegas as well. Rafa, thank you to you from behind the scenes. And guys, until next time, best of luck with your bets. Stay safe and let Jay, Alos Bookmakers.